Hello and welcome to Coastal Crafts. So another video that I'm filming for you today, just because I wanted to finish off on all the bits and pieces that I have been buying in the last week and also show you what I have made. So I'll start off, I went to Hobbycraft the other day. I just picked up a few bits and pieces. As you can see, I made up Hetty the Tonic Dyes Hippo, and I got the card 60p a sheet from Hobbycraft, but I also picked up some grey felt. So Hobbycraft sell felt 50p a sheet. You probably get it cheaper in other places, but that's just easy for me to grab when I'm on my way over there. So I thought I could try and make Hetty up in a bit of that and maybe a bit of white felt, which I already own. So that was one thing I had a go at. And whilst I was there, they had this cute confetti, which basically is like sequins without the hole in it, with lots of hearts on it. And my lighting's going to be a bit odd today, but I thought perfect for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to be doing some Valentine's projects and using those. They reduced to £1. It looks a bit battered on the outside, but on the inside, absolutely fine. And I'm just trying to think what else I buy from Hobbycraft and having a quick think. I have been picking up pens as well as I go, because I'm trying to convert and get more Copic pens. So I picked up a grey Copic pens. I've got Copic Chows I've been getting. I've got a few other pens I picked up lately. Obviously you know what Copics look like, so I'm just getting some more skin colours, but I've been getting them from the cultpens.co.uk, I think it is. They're about £2.50 each or £2.80 each on there, and that seems to be a fairly reasonable price for Copics in England. So that's where I've been getting them from, just because I think they're nice. I sort of put off doing it because I had loads of other pens and thought, no, let's give it a go and try and get some more Copics. And I've also been in the range where I picked up some sort of basics. I found they do the Yoo-hoo glue. I think I said it's my last video for £1, the 60ml one. Love this glue, and I tend to fill it up into my little fine nibbed pots, and that seems to work absolutely fine. Lots of people have got these pots, so it works absolutely fine with Yoo-hoo glue. And I also picked up just another staple, not very exciting, but some of these bits for card making and scrapbooking because they look nice and thin, and I've been cutting up larger ones, and obviously that's a bit of hard work really, so I thought let's get some smaller squares. So I got some of those. And then talking about the range, I bought these stencils and I showed them in a previous haul, and I thought I would see if they are any good. My first impressions were that they were a bit rubbish, and to be honest, that's probably still my impressions. They're still so flimsy. I have got paint on this because I was using it for something that I was making, but this is me trying it out. So we've got this one that has the kind of borders. That one actually probably worked the best, came out really nicely. Ignore the paint splatters, but that was quite easy to use. And the flower one is very pretty, but the biggest, which is that one, you can see there, tried to do it in some different colours. The biggest issue is that when you're putting it on, it kind of, and when you're trying to clean up it just sort of curls up and gets caught up in whatever you're doing, so that's a bit annoying. This one probably works fairly well. This was all using Distress Oxide inks, so that's nice enough. This one, which I've also tried a bit with paint, and I tried leaving the paint on the back because sometimes it strengthens up the stencil if you leave your excess paint on the back. So I thought I'd see if that helps, because you can see there, the reason why it's only quite faint is because it was quite hard to, it kept ripping and pulling up. So it's quite hard to do that one, and I like that one. And the other one that I really like was the bird one, and it still also has the same issue of pulling up where it's just such a flimsy material. So at the moment, still not really liking it, but we'll see if I start to like it a bit more. So that was range bits and pieces. And just thinking today, I also did a bit of shopping, and I did go into Hobbycraft again, and they had sheets of this gold card. So you get 20 sheets reduced to £3. I think it's normally £6. I would never spend £6 on just a load of gold card, but £3 I thought was okay. It's not the best price I've ever seen, I don't think, but this is quite nice card. The gold obviously doesn't come off, and it die cuts okay. So I've used similar to that before. And I find gold and silver, anything sparkly, just gets used up really quickly. I like to add it onto anything. So yeah, I thought I'd get some more of that for £3. And then where else was I? I went into the works, and I particularly was looking for this. I wanted to pick up some canvases. So I will show you. So I got these. It's only £3. Not easy to show, is it? And it's the, so you put all in acrylic paints to make these primed stretch canvases, and this one's fairly big. So it's bigger than sort of our UK A4. Not sure what size you would call that. You get 3 of them in there for £3 for doing a big piece of work. And then I also picked up, you get 6 in a pack for, open these ones, 6 pieces was, doesn't show on there, it was £2, I just remembered. And basically, as I've opened these and already used one, so you'll see in a minute, they have got gesso on them. I've added more gesso. You can have more gesso if you want to. And they're tough and they're strong for doing, put as much paint on them as you want to. So I thought they would just be fun for something a bit different for me to do. So I used that and some other bits and pieces I've shown in my last haul to just have a bit of a play. And this is no work of art, as you can see, but I just wanted to have a bit of a play with some of my little flowers that I had bought, and with paint, and trying with stencils. So in the back I've actually used some crackle paste, that's why it looks a bit crackled, and some of that border stencil and this dot stencil which I already owned. And then this was like a clay piece that I bought in a craft show that I've just painted up. But these little bits were the bits like these little balls were the ones I picked up, the part of the Christmas decoration that came in Asda that I bought for 25p. And these were these flowers that I picked up on AliExpress for 25p. So just trying out some cheap little bits and pieces, and lots of faux snow that I decided to add on there. I've always got those that left from Christmas. And that's a little stamping Bella stamp. I'll show you that one. With a little, I guess, kind of saying about fairies. And then I stuck something else on because I felt I had too much of a space there. So there we go. Yeah, no work of art, but I just wanted to do something that involved a lot more paint, and I feel more confident to play around with paint when it's tougher and stronger. Because on my art journal, obviously it's just a piece of paper and I don't want to damage it. And if I did that in my art journal, the page wouldn't shut. So there we go, just a little fun thing to play with. And I just remembered one other thing that I bought, which I'll show you, from the range. And this is more Spectrum Noir, however you say it, Spectrum Noir pens. And it was reduced in the sales section, because I always check out the sales section, because it was a pack of greys, and 2 greys were missing and 2 blues had been stuck instead. And I thought, well, for £3.99, which is what they were charging, I might as well pick it up, because I wanted some more dark greys. That's a really dark grey, so it's quite useful, an alternative to black. That grey is not quite as light as I hoped it would be, but it'd be interesting. And I also don't have really any half decent dark blues. And I know I'm converting over to Copics, but I just can't resist some cheap pens. So it didn't matter to me at all that they were a mixture, because I didn't have any of those colours anyway, and they're normally £6.99 and reduced to £3.99, so I picked that one up. And then lastly, you keep thinking I'm going to end and I bring something else out. This is a magazine that I got through the post today, so I subscribed to Simply Cards and Paper Crafts, and just to let you know, this is this month's that came out, and the free gift that we got this month is this Butterfly Dreams. I wasn't overly excited about this one. I'll open it up and show you. But now I've got it, I'm thinking, well, this... I'll just rip it. Doesn't really matter, does it? Rip stuff. I like this embossing folder. So just, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Let's open it up and see. Yeah, it's not going to be really deeply etched, but that's quite pretty. The stamps are just generic cheapo stamps. The butterfly is going to cut out an outside and an inside piece. Not a big one for those little butterflies, but I might use it. The flowers, let's see if there's a picture of it there. Look like they'd be quite cute with that internal bit. Can never have enough flower dies, so it's not too bad. I was deliberating stopping that subscription, but sort of getting around to stopping it really. And we'll just have a quick look if you're interested in what comes in the magazine. So they always do loads of bits about what you can do. Where is it? Which is like the sum on this page, what you can do with your free set. So they're showing how they've used them. I mean, that's not necessarily my style, but I guess it's useful to see that. And then they do other things. So it does inspire me seeing all the different things that they show you, and also seeing things that readers have sent in. And then they show you products. I like to see new products because I'm quite a shopper, as you can tell. I like all that. And then they were showing how to make, I was saying this the other day in a video, how to make one of those, what do you call them, kind of traveller's notebook style journals. They call it a diary because we're British, but it is the same thing, and how to thread it. And I am determined to have a go at doing that. So I guess having the instructions in a magazine will be quite helpful. And for those who are interested, oh, that's cute as well, because we love a bit of lawn fawn. And I've got that set anyway. Where is it? Here we go. And this is what you get free with next week's one. So really looking forward to getting that. An Altenew layered rose die. So can't possibly not subscribe to this anymore, because I really want next time's free gift. And also quite like the look of some of the projects. That's really cute as well. So if you're interested, that one came to subscribers like me today, so presumably it'll be out in the shops in maybe Monday or Tuesday or something like that. If you're interested, and if you're America, you just have to get it sent over for some stupid price if you're crazy enough to do that and keen enough to do that. Yeah, there we go. So that's what I've been buying lately. Speak to you again. Bye.